Sheffield, and we're at the Sheffield Valentine's Fair. And as you can tell, the weather has not put us off, Cody. The weather has not put us off here in Sheffield, as we are here for Valentine's. We love a bit of Valentine's. It's a really loud fair, but it's got quite a good ride lineup. Now I am losing my voice. I think I picked up a cold being out in this sodding weather. I think I picked up a cold being out in the weather, Cody. He hasn't picked one up yet. So we'll take you a quick walk around the rides here. You've got a little runaway train. You've got Whiting's Ghost Train. Now we went on this at Goose Fair last year. It had a live actor in it. I highly doubt there's a lot of live actor in it today, but that's a nice little ghost train, that one. We then got a Tagada. No Tagada today for us. We're not doing that today. Polar Express. We've seen Polar Express many times. That's a lovely Matterhorn. To the right here we have Jumper Jumper. Now we saw that as well at Goose Fair also, and it's here, and we will be taking you on it this time. We have a Crazy Wave Miami. It's another over-the-shoulder restrained one, so we won't be going on that this time round. We will be taking you on Polar Express. We then have a Freak Out there. Simply named Freak Out. We've got the Sizzler just over there with a beautiful carousel as well. The carousel we definitely saw at the Goose Fair. The Freak Out, not sure whose it is. Someone will tell me in the comments below, but I'm not sure whose it is. You've then got the Extreme, you've got the Waltzer. The Waltzer we saw not only at the Goose Fair, we also saw it in Ilkeston Fair as well as Freeway down the back. We saw in Leeds last year. Quite a few rides that we've seen actually. Here's the Freak Out for you. Here's the Extreme. We have a Super Trooper, and funnily enough, I think that's the one we went on in Bognor Regis last year. So I was corrected quite heavily. It's not a PWS one. Simply don't know what it is. It's a Super Trooper. Lovely little crazy caterpillar coaster. Won't be going on that today. This is a beautiful waltzer, this one. It really is a beautiful waltzer. I know a lot of people talk about atmosphere creator, but this thing is lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. And of course Freeway as well, the toboggan ride. So some really good ride lineups here. As you walk around the corner past the Dodgems don't seem very popular today for some reason. Might be the water, not really sure. Might be the water. But as you walk around here past here is when you get to the juvenile rides, which includes a couple of little ones, also includes a massive, Cody. Massive fun house over the back, a 4-storey fun house over the back there, and this is the juvenile rides area. So it has just rained quite hardly, which is why most of the rides seem empty. So it's £1 to get into the fair, which is fairly common to be honest with these fairs. It kind of keeps out people that don't want to ride. The old Disney swing, we saw these everywhere. And then it's £1.50 a ride, with the exception of the Freak Out and the Extreme, which is £2 a ride. And that's how it's advertised, so we know how much the price is going to be. We're not messing around with vouchers today. That is the price. We want to take you on 4 or 5 rides, don't we? Yep. We want to take you on 4 or 5 rides. It's definitely going to include Jumper Jumper. It's definitely going to include Polar Express. We'll probably go to Freak Out. We haven't been on a Freak Out yet this year. We did enjoy our time on the Extreme the other day. And maybe Freeway. We want to go on rides again that we don't see very often. We're not that bothered, if I'm being honest with you, as to whether or not we've been on certain ones. You know, that is a great waltzer. I'll hand you, that's a great waltzer. We might do that yet. But in terms of like Twisters and Miamis and things, we're not that bothered about those. We want to go on rides that we don't see on the south coast. Things like Jumper Jumper, Polar Express. We don't actually get very many Matterhorns down there, to be honest with you. And indeed, you know, we do see quite a lot of Freak Outs, and we do see quite a lot of Extremes, but they are really good rides. Really good rides, Cody. Yep. So Cody and I, Kurt's gone to the toilet. So Cody and I are going to start with Jumper Jumper. You've never been on one? No. He's never been on one of these. There's only a couple in the country, I believe. They don't come to the big fairs with me. They're never around when I go to like Nottingham, the Goose Fair and what have you. So they miss out on these rides. So our first stop is Jumper Jumper. This is different, isn't it? I think the rain held off long enough. I think the rain held off long enough for us to go and jumper there. It's a little bit wet. There's a few spots on the puddles. You know, it is February. Storm's a storm, you know, we're not put off by coming to fairs in a storm, and these big fairs aren't put off from going on either, which is great. They've got nice ground here, it's all on concrete. But jumper. So, we'll get Cody's opinion first on jumper. First time you've been on it? Different. Expert review of the year from Cody. Different to what? A Miami?
A normal frog hopper.
Ah, different to a normal frog hopper. Very different. Why?
Quite long cycle. It's not uncomfortable.
See what I have to deal with here. It's different to a normal frog hopper because it's got quite a long cycle. We've been on frog hoppers that have got very long cycles. Now, oddly enough, I don't tend to go on frog hoppers. Anyone that watches the channel will know that I don't go on frog hoppers. I don't particularly like them. I find them really uncomfortable because obviously, as you go round, the force pushes you to the edge of the seat. Most of them you can't ride on your own. You have to ride with someone else. Someone else is also pushing you against the edge of the seat, and it's usually this person.
Yep.
Or the other large person who's in the toilet. Or I don't know where he is. We've left him. He's gone. He hasn't found us yet. Where it's raining, he's probably taking a shower somewhere. We'll catch up with him shortly. And jumper's very different because, as you can see here, the cars actually spin, so they're suspended for one, but they actually spin independently, and then you've got over-the-shoulder restraints. Now, I know a lot of people don't like the over-shoulder restraints, but the idea with the spinning is, as the force kind of kicks in as the ride goes round, the car spins accordingly with the force. Therefore, you're not actually pushed against the edge of the seat, you're pushed against the back of the seat. And being pushed against the back of the seat is far, far more comfortable than being wedged against the side. And that's what makes it so comfortable, the fact that you're back in your seat. So being back in your seat also, you have the over-the-shoulder restraint, which is really, really comfortable. The bounce on it is brilliant. It's probably not quite as violent, actually, the bounce, as what it is on a standard kind of hopper, to be fair. It feels much more pleasant. It's a really nice ride to ride. The fact that you spin around is a little bit of a bonus. I don't really think it's you know, a highlight of the ride. The only highlight of the spinning around is literally to keep it from hurting you, because it goes with the force, and it does it really, really well. So jumper, there aren't many in the country at the moment. I think there's only a couple. You know, if you see it, it's a must. If you're a fan of the frog hoppers, or the, you know, the frog bouncers, space hopper, whatever you want to call them, it's worth going on, 100% worth going on. And at just £1.50, seems really rude not to. We'll get you some off-ride footage of it as well once it's stopped raining. It might stop raining at Seeker Cody's. I think it's calmed down a bit. Kurt is over the back there. He's just messaged me, so we're going to go and meet him at Polar Express, and he's going to take you on the Polar Express for that ride over there before we head round to some of the other rides once it's completely stopped raining.
Yep.
Kurt?
Really good.
About Polar Express. Really good.
Yeah, it's
really good.
In the not the left bump, but the right bump. Yeah, you go right up.
Go right up. I don't know what's worse, Cody's reviews or Kurt's reviews. I don't actually know. I don't know what's worse. Whose reviews are worse? I said to Cody, what did he think of Jumper Jumper? And he went, it's different. It's got a long cycle.
I think my reviews are better than Cody's.
So on the high bit you go up, on the bump you go high. That's your review.
What?
On the bump you go high.
Yeah, on the second one.
This bump? So we won't ever let Kurt do reviews either. So we're not letting Cody do reviews, and we're not letting Kurt do reviews. We'll just literally pop them on the rides to get some footage for you. Because that seems to be all they're good of. It's still raining. We're a bit dubious about taking you on some of these rides whilst it's raining, because obviously we get a lot of water on the lens, and it does kind of ruin the video. But, you know, needs must sometimes. It is absolutely hammering it down here. So we might have to make a decision. Send you on some rides. Send him on some rides.
Wait till the ride, stop, back up the ride. It's now fun. Wait till the ride, stop, back up the ride. It's now fun. If you want to go faster, scream if you want to go faster, scream if you want to go faster. Before entering or leaving.
So Kurt, you really wanted to go on this one.
Yeah, that's nice.
So we do see a lot of Waltzers obviously around. We see a lot of Waltzers at home, we see a lot of Waltzers out and about, but this one is a really, really beautiful Waltzer. You know, only kind of in line with atmosphere, arguably, in terms of how it looks. And you know, excluding the fair trade ones, because the fair trade ones are really, really popular as well. What did you think?
Good, great 5-minute cycle though.
Yeah.
Good bit of spin both ways.
So he got some spinning. He said it spins more around the back than it does the front, but it's beautiful. It's got 2 spinners on there. It looked like it was going really quick, and a 5-minute cycle. I mean, one thing we will say from the fairs we've been up here, the cycles have been amazing. They've been really, really good. You know, 4 minutes down there. It was 4.5 minutes on the jumper. We've had 5 minutes on there. The cycles have been brilliant. But this is a beautiful, beautiful Waltzer. We see it in a few places. Kurt's seen, in fact, you haven't seen it before, have you? I don't think Kurt's seen it before. I don't think it was. I don't think he's seen it before. So it's a new one for him. And no, we don't usually like to do the Waltzers when there's so many other rides here, but it is a beautiful. We're going to make an exception of it, and you really enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was good.
On to the next ride. It's extreme time, Cody.
Let's go!
So here we are on the extreme. This is our next stop. I'm really sorry, I am losing my voice. My voice is not used to screaming at the fairs when we've had sort of the winter break and we've done a couple of fairs in the last couple of days. So my voice has absolutely shot to bloody bits. But we're having fun. You'll notice that a lot of the rides don't have their back splashes up. The weather has been really bad. Obviously the storm's been in. There's been quite a lot of flooding, quite a lot of wind. So yeah, a lot of them haven't put their fascias up, which is fully understandable, but we're expecting a good ride, aren't we? Really good ride. That's what we're hoping for. Let's see what this thing's got. Ready? You ready?
Yeah, let's go!
Let's go! Ready?
Yeah.
Sure you're ready? I think we're ready for this. It's extreme time. Let's do this. What a graphic! What a graphic on there!
That's a bit weird.
This one feels quite quick. Upside down one. Yeah, that's right. Whee! There we go. on it. Look at that.
Yay.
Kurt kept himself busy while we were on the extreme. Well done, Kurt. Who's that for?
Myself, apparently.
No.
What's his name?
Gerald.
At least it's not Jeff.
Gerald.
So, that extreme, Cody.
Insane.
Insane. Is
Insane.
that the best one you've been on?
Yes.
Is that better than the one in Horsham?
Yes.
Wow, that's the best one Cody's been on. That's better than the one in Horsham. The Benson's, I want to say Benson's one in Horsham. I have to say, that thing was quick. That thing was quick.
Yep.
It's the first time in a long time that I felt blood rush to my feet when I've been on a ride. First time in ages that I felt that. You know, it started off quite slow. It really does tilt quite high. I still don't think it goes as high as Dancer's one, the one we do in Southsea Common, but it's high, it's quick, really, really quick. And then it kind of like, it's a really weird angle in which it picks up speed at. Not the normal angle, so it's comfortable, but really, really intense. That thing was brutal, absolute brutal. Really, really enjoyed that. Really, really enjoyed that. That was a fantastic extreme ride. Now, no one wants to go on this. I do. Have fun. Just me, apparently. Just me that wants to go on it. Just me that wants to go on it.
But I'm so frustrated. Hello to my loneliness. I guess that ignorance is bliss. Take me back to before I knew. Rewind, take it out of cue. Innocence can be a young man's game. Signed up for the hall of shame. I wish I knew how much I miss not knowing that we're all screwed. When we play our roles and ignore the problems. I like to be away in my patience. Stay up, I feel so outdated. How can we look the other way? Sun is out, but the sky is gray. What would happen if I took a chance? It's always hard at first glance. I don't wanna, but I know I gotta do it. The truth is hard to swallow, I think I'll chew it. I wish I knew how much I miss not knowing that we're all screwed. When we play our roles and ignore the problems.
So it looks like I'm going solo on the freeway. Cody doesn't want to go on. He's there. Kurt's disappeared again to win another bear, I think. He's gone out of sight. I don't know why they don't like these. I quite like them. Bit of pin against the side. We'll move the seatbelt. Got a seatbelt this one. Pin against the side. But yeah, look at this. I love a bit of freeway. Bit of backwards and forwards. Cody's going to kindly film me on it. Thanks, God. Here we go. these rides. These are rides that I grew up on. Things like toboggans, the Matterhorns, you know, they were a key stable. The Matterhorn that was down in Littlehampton, I don't know where that one went. Mine wasn't sure where that one went either, but I don't know where that one went. But that was what I grew up on back in the, you know, in the 90s, late 80s, early 90s. You know, when we saw ones like the Matterhorn and the toboggan sort of rides, honestly, it was like, oh, it's so good. It was so good, genuinely so good. You just don't see them anymore. We certainly don't see many down south. We saw the Screamer that used to be at the Matterhorn, that is, that used to be at Clarence Pier, but oh, it's so good. So I love going on them. They don't like them. That was a cracking ride. So there we have it. That was the Sheffield Valentine's Fair. I'll have a little fair. It's kind of in this car park. It looks like it's on a bit of a road. We're not really sure, to be honest, we're not really sure what it's part of. But there's some cracking rides in there. You know, a couple of coasters for the little ones, loads of juvenile rides as well. On top of the juvenile rides, you've got the beautiful, beautiful carousel there. Ghost Train, head on to Tagada, Polar Express, Crazy Wave, which is the Miami ride, Jumper, which is great to see at a kind of a you know, a standard fair, if you will. Freak Out Ride Extreme, we took you on the Extreme. Took you on the Waltzer as well. Kurt took you on the Waltzer. You've then got the Freeway, which I took you on, which was great laugh, and a Super Trooper in the middle, and of course loads of juvenile rides. So yeah, really, really great to see. Really, really great to see. Wonderful fair. So I hope you've enjoyed it today. We've tried to take you on a few rides. As we said, £1.50 was the ride cost, £2 for the really big ones. We didn't go on too many of the big ones, to be honest with you, but we did go on a few. Hope you enjoyed it. From UK Theme Parks, my name's Adam, and we'll see you at the next fair.